I'd like to bring in Sheriff and Coroner of Shasta County, California, Michael Johnson, who has been working on this case. Sheriff, thank you for being here. I just first want to get your quick reaction. Are you surprised that Sherri Papini was granted bail?
Well, I don't know if I'm surprised. That's that's not a determination of ours anymore. The court heard the testimony and considered all the factors. So maybe a little bit, but in today's day and age, not really. As long as she's held to answer, that's really our primary focus.
Now, you say you were suspicious of this case early on. What was it that first made you think something's not right?
So there's really three stages to this investigation, and the first was when she went missing. The first launch was all the resources to try to find her, locate her as a missing person. Second phase we went into was as suspects were developed and we got the sketches, was trying to identify who was responsible. And then it was in the third phase that really the suspicion began. Sherri Papini reappears. We have all the evidence involved with her to process. We have statements, we have interviews, we have a lot of facts to vet out. And as we started doing that portion of the investigation, that's when a lot of suspicion came to light.
And so how much can you expand on that? What was it that raised that suspicion?
Yeah, you know what? I really can't expand too much on that because those are details of the investigation that are going to be heard in the court hearing. And our federal partners are the ones who are taking the lead on this and now carrying the case through. So in order to maintain the integrity of the investigation, I really can't get into the details of that. I can tell you this, so just for clarification, I was not at this agency when this whole case developed. I was a chief at the neighboring agency in South County here, and it impacted our whole community, not just the Shasta County Sheriff's Office, not just the micro Redding community, but the Shasta community in totality. It really changed the way people felt and their safety and their perception of what was going on here.
Now, Papini hasn't had to enter a plea yet, but police say that there's a witness, her ex-boyfriend, who says this whole thing was a hoax. So how much do you think that will impact the case?
I think what you're going to see in the case is overwhelming amount of evidence, which points to this being a calculated deception by her and a farce to the public and a complete waste of resources and time for law enforcement. And I think as you watch that trial unfold and you see the evidence come forward and you hear the testimonies, it'll be proved beyond a reasonable doubt for sure.
And Sheriff, we heard Kaylee saying that she left jail, went to her sister's house. It's not clear if she's going to return to her husband and her kids. So what do we know about her husband's role in all of this? Is he considered a suspect or a victim?
This is what I can tell you about that. I have compassion for her husband, for her kids, for her unsuspecting family. They were all left in the dark as well. And that is not really the scope of this investigation. It is looking to hold narcissistic behaviors by a mother who seemingly was abducted and created a big lie and misled everybody. So I want to make it clear that this is not vindication. We are not out to carry a torch against necessarily Sherri Papini, but she did commit crimes and she did waste a lot of energy and she did deceive a public and a nation, and she has to be held accountable for that.
Now, do you think anyone else could face charges in this case, or could Papini face additional charges?
Yeah, I actually do. I think there's a real possibility that the grand jury can issue indictments for other people. She certainly didn't pull it off by herself, and there's other people involved or knowingly harboring her and were part of her plan. So it wouldn't surprise me if other people were charged or there were other charges added to it, but I don't necessarily anticipate that.
All right, Sheriff Michael Johnson, we appreciate your time today. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.